Welcome back to What the Fact.
That was pretty cool.
This is episode 4.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hope you enjoyed the last two-parter, episode 2 and 3 on gun control.
Yeah.
Today's topic.
Social media censorship.
Oof. Are we really seeing the stuff we need to see, or, is it kind of being controlled? Is it being moderated? Are we, being fed fake information, maybe?
Maybe.
That's going to be the main topic of today's episode.
Yeah.
We want to welcome you guys to What the Fact.
You think it's all about the bag over here? Really, we just spit the facts over here. Really, you just wouldn't last over here.
Okay. All right. So I'm Alex,
I'm Trevor.
and this is gonna be awesome. So we're gonna touch up on some recent news,
Yep.
and then hit the main topic pretty hard. Recent news is gonna be kind of crazy. A lot of California stuff. Ugh.
California.
Eek. All right. So let's get started on that. Recent news time, guys. First off, California Assembly recently passed 2 bills that could make waves across the entire United States. Not just here. It starts here.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like a tsunami, over the entire place. Assembly Bill number 1. What's it doing?
So it allows students and athletes to be paid for their likeness, image, and name.
Oh, so that's like, you're talking about college football players, basketball players.
Mm-hmm.
What's that one guy's name? He just got drafted from Duke. Really big guy. I can't remember his name. Zion.
Oh, yeah.
Zion, that dude. So guys like Zion or Tua Tagovailoa from Alabama, okay? This bill would allow them to get endorsements from big name companies. You're talking Nike,
Yeah. Adidas.
Oh,
all
yeah.
the big names.
Frosted Flakes even.
Oh, that'd
You know,
be awesome.
okay?
I'd
Hulu.
love to be sponsored by Frosted Flakes.
Honestly, that'd be great.
Sponsorship.
All right. Never gonna happen.
No.
But we wish. All right. There's a lot of pros and cons to this, okay? It finally means student athletes can make money. Because right now, the law states you can't receive money. Okay? You can work a job, but you can't receive money in the likeness of dealing with your athleticism.
Yeah.
Which is kind of jacked up. If you have such a gift.
Yeah. And they're pretty much playing it technically the same level as the
Oh, yeah.
pro players.
I mean, some people would even say watching college football is better than watching
yeah.
NFL. Don't hurt me on that, okay? But especially when it's either watching, Alabama versus Clemson or Patriots versus Dolphins. Alabama versus Clemson. There's no animal abuse there. There's no animal abuse there.
Wow.
Okay? But so yeah, I think these players deserve a little bit of compensation. I mean, they should, if they're so good, companies should be able to sign them and endorse them.
Yeah,
Definitely. But the cons are, that's it then. There's not going to be any difference between the NFL and collegiate level football or basketball, collegiate level. Collegiate, that's a cool word to use.
Cool.
I love that word. Okay? But there's not going to be any difference really because now they're going to be making money. Now, the reason this could have effects across the entire United States is if California does hold this accountable, the NCAA could ban certain California universities from participating in competition because they're allowing their athletes to receive endorsement money. Okay? That is kind of sad, kind of messed up.
But I could see the other side of it.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. I mean, they wanted to make sure it's fair across all grounds. If Alabama players aren't getting compensated, why should Californians be allowed to but not Alabama's? So then a lot of people are saying if that happens, California universities, they're going to sue these guys right back. And you could see, one, on a really severe level, the disbandment of the NCAA. That's like worst case scenario.
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
I just hope the NCAA changes their rules and allows for players to receive endorsements. I'm not saying, boosters or anything like that. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
But if Nike wants to hey, you're looking pretty good, want to do a couple commercials for us, I think that should be
I
happening.
think it's fair.
And if it brings back NCAA EA Sports football, I ain't complaining.
No?
I'm not complaining about that. That game was dope. So, yeah, that's one law that's making waves starting here in California. What's the other one?
So the other one that was passed, or the bill was passed, that would affect gig workers such as Uber, Lyft, or other contractors, even like truck drivers.
So, and that bill would force the people that sign them or the people that are paying them to treat them as employees. So that entails, you're talking, these guys would have to pay payroll taxes. They would have to provide benefits, overtime pay, minimum wage alone, and workman's comp. And in the case of people like independent truckers, they're going to have to provide truck insurance, commercial truck insurance. So,
A lot of money coming out of their pockets.
Exactly, a lot of money coming out of employers' pockets. Some are saying that if this happens, Uber, Lyft, those guys are gone. They're not being here in California anymore. A lot of people, truck drivers, they're worried about this. They don't like it. Because now it's not even going to be worth owning a truck. If you own your own semi-truck, which is a large investment, large investment, you're expecting to not have to go through all this employee stuff. Okay, you're contracted. There's the difference right there, you know? You're paid dependent on how much you're signed. I've also heard from another source that you're going to be affecting music industry. So the people that like set up for concerts, they're going to be infected because now they're going to have to be played as employees instead of just like, oh, I'll call you up, hey, set up my speakers for this stuff, you know? And so a lot of people are angered by this because if that happens, prices skyrocket. Prices are going to go up. Look at what happened with McDonald's. The minute the minimum wage went up, bye-bye dollar menu. What are there, like 5 items on there now? It used to be 20. Okay, I used to be able to get a really good meal off the dollar menu. Now a bacon McDouble's like $3.50, and there's not even that much bacon.
But I mean, they didn't have a choice.
Exactly.
Their prices went up.
Now they're paying the minimum wage.
Yeah.
They're paying people $12.50 an hour if they're, I believe they're employing over 11 people. If you employ over 11 people, you have to pay $12.50 for minimum wage. Lower than that, it's 12. That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
A lot different from the $10, $10.50 it was a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So this bill, if it happens here, it's going to have ramifications across the country because then you're going to see other people want to do this. That's the thing about California laws. It happens here, and then a lot of people want to follow through with it.
Yeah.
A lot of other states want to, hey, let's try this. California did it. What if we could do it? That's why we got to make sure we're understanding what happens here in California because it's going to happen across the country.
Domino effect.
Oh, that domino effect. All starting with California. Get smart, California.
That should be our new.
That's going to be the new slogan during recent news, at least. All right, let's look at the main topic now. Main topic, social media censorship.
Yep.
Social media. It's the biggest platform
Oh, yeah.
for everything.
It's probably how you found us.
Yeah. You got news,
Yeah.
promotions,
Yeah.
information, all of it.
Entertainment.
Entertainment. Oh, yeah.
Big entertainment.
Snapchat has its own TV shows now.
It's true. Those are pretty entertaining.
I watched one like 2 episodes and that was it. I was like, I didn't have the time, ironically. But everything goes through social media.
Yeah.
Okay, and the biggest platforms is social media. Instagram,
Facebook,
Twitter.
Snapchat.
You got Pinterest too. That's another big one.
Yeah.
Yeah, some other little smaller ones are LinkedIn, little things like that. But everyone, I mean, almost everyone has some type of social media. If you don't have one, you have another.
Yeah.
I have a friend, he doesn't do Instagram. He does Twitter. I dabble in all of them.
Yeah, me too.
Facebook only because of work. But yeah, they're everywhere. Now these platforms obviously control what you see. They're obviously doing it. Because tell me the last time you Googled something, it didn't appear in your Instagram feed.
Yeah. Even just shopping.
Exactly. That's kind of creepy.
It's kind of creepy.
Look up shoes, all of a sudden you're scrolling down, you're seeing that, hey, they're on sale on Instagram.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay, so obviously they're controlling what we see.
Yeah.
Now, to what extent are they doing this? I mean, it got pretty bad recently when Live Action has been labeled by Facebook as a false news provider. Live Action, now in case you don't know who Live Action is, that is the biggest social media organization for pro-life. Okay? It has the largest pro-life following of all the pro-life organizations. And obviously its direct competition would be Planned Parenthood. That's its direct competition. Now, recently they were flagged by Facebook as a false news provider after Live Action claimed and they posted quotes saying that abortion is never medically necessary.
That's what triggered him.
That's what Facebook. And then they came out and said, you're false news. They're false news. So they restricted then who they could reach. Their reach was restricted. And if you look at who were the fact checkers for Facebook,
Probably not pro-life, were they?
no. In fact, it was two abortionists. Two abortionists were the fact checkers for a pro-life webpage. Now, normally, I mean, if you want someone fact checking something, it's someone who doesn't believe you.
Yeah.
Granted. But only two? And when you look at the fact that they based that on, it was a quote from an abortionist who claimed he had never needed to medically do an abortion. It was never medically necessary to save the mother's life. So you got two abortionists saying one abortionist is lying. Does that mean the two abortionists are lying too? And if you look into it, Live Action actually got this statement as well. Another statement from what's called the Dublin Statement. The Dublin Statement is a statement by a committee of doctors that proclaimed abortion was never medically necessary and should not be deemed as women's health care. So you got a bunch of doctors, a committee in fact, versus two abortionists.
I don't even know what to say. I mean, that just...
It seems funny.
Yeah, it is.
Facebook is doing that. Now, Live Action, this isn't the first time they've been hit on from social media. Social media has it out for them. All platforms, in fact, because you can look at Twitter. Twitter did something recently, too, where they claimed Live Action's ads of preborn children and Planned Parenthood fact checks are inflammatory and offensive. Ouch. Preborn children? That's offensive? An ultrasound's offensive? You clap. I clap. And we're back. Okay, so we were just talking about how Twitter deemed Live Action's ads of preborn children and Planned Parenthood fact checks as inflammatory and offensive. Really, an ultrasound's offensive. An ultrasound. Or even a 3D imaging of a preborn baby.
It's offensive. It's 2019, man.
2019, apparently everything's offensive. Okay, even pictures that you see in a doctor's office. I don't see how that's offensive. And Twitter was just jumping on the bandwagon. Because then you...
Facebook.
And another one was Pinterest.
Yeah.
Pinterest straight up called them a pornography page. A pornography page. A pro-life page showing pictures of preborn children is pornography. Is pornography. And
Let
now
that
they're...
sink in for a minute, though.
Pornography.
A picture of an unborn... No, don't...
Pornography.
A picture of an unborn baby is pornography.
Really?
I don't see that.
I'm just asking if... I'm really, like... And now they've been banned from Pinterest. Banned from Pinterest, the site where it has all the little pictures of arts and crafts you can do. Just banned preborn baby pictures.
What?
For being pornography. This has been taken to a very bad level. I mean, and let's just say Planned Parenthood, by the way, has not faced any criticism from any social media sites. None of their ads or anything have been shut down. While you have Live Action over here with their millions of followers,
It's
constantly being harassed by social media platforms.
Yeah.
So they are now very restricted on Facebook, banned on Pinterest, and restricted on Twitter. Twitter has literally said that they cannot buy ads anymore. And you think it's only Live Action? That's wrong. Who else got hit?
So the content on Diamond and Silk's page was also flagged for unsafe, or flagged for being unsafe for the community, which...
Unsafe for the community.
It's the same thing as... Like, what's the point?
Guess what they were posting? They were supporting Trump on their page. All they're doing was vote for Trump. That's unsafe for the community.
Oh, God.
Now you can't say who you think should win the election.
Can't voice your opinion anymore.
And it took 6 months for Facebook to release that statement to them. 6 months for Facebook to say, your stuff is unsafe.
Boo-hoo.
6 months investigation. And that's all they could come up with.
Man.
It's come to the point where you really have to believe that social media cannot be trusted to any degree. You have to do research on your own. You have to look it up. You have to cross-reference it. You can't just look at one site and say, oh, that's right. No. You got to go make sure you find that exact information on another site. Because it's becoming to the point we just don't know if we're being showed the entire story. Mm-hmm. Same goes for sites like Fox News and CNN. You can't just watch only one. Mm-mm. You watch only Fox News, you're only going to get one side of the story. That's a given. Same with CNN. I ain't saying CNN is innocent. It's the same with both. That's why I don't even watch both anymore. Do my own research. You got to look up stuff on your own. You have to make sure you're gaining information. And it's time, we got to start standing up to these social media platforms almost. Mm-hmm. You got to be releasing quotes and saying stuff, because otherwise they're just going to censor all of it.
Yep. They're just going to take control of everything.
They're taking control of what you're seeing. They're controlling exactly what's going on. Social media control is real. And we have to be aware of it. As Americans, especially. Okay, so our camera died. So we're just going to close off this episode real quick with a couple of announcements. We pretty much got our main topic all through. Yeah. We want to apologize that our camera died. We had charged the battery. It just hates us.
Yeah,
See, it's social media. Social media controls the battery.
Yeah.
No, but what we're going to need to make sure we do is we're going to be trying to make our content more regular. But life is life. Homework is real.
It's true.
Homework's a struggle.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get those grades.
Yeah.
So we're going to be, but we're working on making this content as regular possible.
Yeah. It's going to be on a more scheduled basis, hopefully.
Yeah. We're going to be trying to release at least a video a week.
Mm-hmm.
But we want you guys to continue giving us ideas for topics. I recently received an email, a text about a possible topic, and I'm looking into doing that one very soon. And the more you guys tell us, the more we hear about what you guys want to learn about, the more we're going to try to make it for you guys. Mm-hmm. We want you guys to have the facts about what you want to learn about.
And we want to hear your feedback about just what you thought of each episode, kind of.
Exactly.
What we can improve on, too.
Oh, yeah. So feel free to comment on the video, on our post on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Probably didn't know we have a Twitter, but we do. So follow us on Twitter. And we'll be posting some stuff on those too to show you some facts. So if you guys find some things on there from fact checkers, then we're just trying to keep you guys educated, keep you guys informed on the recent news and recent going-ons here in our country. I also want to see if sometime soon we could do a Q&A on Instagram Live. I think that would be pretty fun. That would be very interesting, nonetheless, but it would be fun. So we're gonna start looking into that, see if we can get that dropped soon.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was What the Facts.
Episode 4.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Especially this last 2 minutes of pure, beautiful audio. You're hearing our angelic voices.
Totally.
We know you love it.
Oh yeah.
And just remember, guys, get smart, America.
Yeah.
See you guys later.